Please don't spoil the movie.
By adding your own soundtrack. Hello, I am Sue Sylvester.
Are you serious right now?
I am. What happened? Is that what you were about to say?
I'm Mercedes Jones.
Oh my God, are we twins?
That's crazy.
That is so crazy.
I almost said Rachel Berry.
I almost said Rachel Berry too, but then I remember I hated her.
Yeah, but then
in real life,
I
and on the
remembered
show.
that Leah Michelle is a tyrant, so I was like, can't say her name.
And I was like, pass.
That's so funny.
And then I was gonna say, Santana, but then it's sad. And then I was gonna say Puck, but Puck in real life is a pedophile.
Yeah.
It was just. And then
a tough cast they got there.
Whew.
A tough lineup.
And welcome back to
Please don't spoil the movie.
Speaking of Glee, did you ever finish the show?
No.
Me neither.
Everyone started, all the OGs, they started to graduate, and then they started introducing these younger kids. I was like, I don't
did?
Yeah, they started adding new people. It's like, the older ones started leaving. It's like,
got it. I wonder how it ended.
I should have no idea.
Did it end, or did it did it end?
Yeah, it ended.
I just did it have an official ending, or was it?
Yeah, it definitely did. What was it? I don't know, but
I'm just wondering. Because Rachel went to Broadway or something. Is that what happened?
She goes to Juilliard.
That shit. I think every show the last season should be the freshman year of college. If not the freshman year of college, the sophomore year of college. I don't need to see on to adulthood.
No, this is what they do wrong. Okay. They always start them off as sophomores. Dumb mistake right there. They don't start them off as freshmen. They always start them off as sophomores. Okay. And then the whole first season is their sophomore year. And that's it. Season 1 is sophomore year. Then they try to do two seasons out of junior year, and then another season out of senior year. And that be it. You got to start them off as freshmen. Season 1 is first semester of freshman year. Season 2 is second semester of freshman year. Season 3 is first semester of sophomore year. That's how you get the longevity. That's how you get them for all of high school. Stop starting them off as sophomores and stop making season 1 the entire sophomore year. You've just deleted a whole year. It's ridiculous.
It is ridiculous.
And then by the time they're seniors, you're trying to rush everything in. No, if you started them off as freshmen, it would have been fine. Or if you'd at least made the sophomore year 2 seasons, we could have been okay.
All right, and honestly, you can make senior year 2 seasons. I don't know. And let's throw our summer school in there. Who gives a fuck?
Yeah.
And they could have definitely, the show was so silly. They could have definitely held back some of the cast.
All of them could have got held back, honestly.
They all could have got held back.
Y'all all spent too much time at Glee Club, so we got to hold y'all back.
Yes. And they could have worked it out, but whatever.
Whoa, baby, when that show first hit the scene. Oh, I was addicted. Girl, I got every damn soundtrack, probably 1 through 6, on cassette. Not cassette.
It was good.
DVD. It was so good.
It was
I had
entertaining.
Glee t-shirts. Oh, my goodness. Phenomenal program.
Yeah. Do you have a favorite episode of Glee?
I don't. They were all so phenomenal. I do have a few episodes where they weren't my favorite. Any episode where this is before we knew Leah Michelle was a tyrant, but any episode where Rachel Berry was not in the spotlight, I was not fucking with it. There was an episode where they used to always go to the season finale was always the same. Every season finale or semi or winter finale or fall finale. They have those seasonal finales.
Yeah,
it was always them going to a what is
competition.
Regionals or something, a regional competition. It was always that. And there was one, and Rachel was always the lead. She was always doing the big number. She always had the solo. And there was one season where they didn't let her do it, and I was like, I'm not fucking with this at all. It was the blonde-headed girl and the blonde-headed boy, and I was like, this seems racist against brunettes, if I'm being quite honest. I was like, I don't like this.
I remember you actively being upset about it. I remember.
You remember, huh?
Yeah, I remember you be like, oh, and I'd be like, it's okay.
I was like, why would they do this? No one's belting the way she's belting.
The Black Girl. But
I was like, unless you're Mercedes Jones.
Yeah, Mercedes. That's the only one.
Yeah, if y'all gonna give it to somebody, give it to Mercedes.
Mm-hmm. I would never forget though. Like after the guy who plays Kurt, is that the gay guy's name? The gay boy's name?
Mm-hmm.
He did an article or wrote a book, but he was saying that they didn't want him to come out as gay in real life.
Oh, I kind of remember that.
And I just thought that was crazy.
That was ridiculous.
I was like, not only is he gay on the show, this is the gayest show ever. So who
right?
We're
quite literally the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
The demographic
and then
is gay.
The creator of the show is also gay.
Yeah,
so what are we doing here, people?
And then I'm like, what? Even so, I didn't get it. Just didn't get it because I was like, are there homophobes watching Glee right now?
Right,
because it doesn't make any sense.
I'm about to say,
who y'all afraid of?
This is quite literally the gayest show to ever grace television.
Who are y'all afraid of ostracizing by him coming out as gay?
Yeah, that was
so confusing.
Madness.
That's a crazy show.
What else is going on? Any update? I have a headache all of a sudden. But what's going on in your life? What do you have for us?
We did my drag bridal show.
You're welcome. Not show, shower.
Drag shower.
Your bridal shower drag brunch.
Brunch.
Not that hard.
Whatever. I couldn't figure out what order I wanted to say it in. It was a great time. Thanks for you and Mom for throwing a gal. It was better than when I walked in. I was like, oh, this is cute.
Yeah.
I wasn't expecting all that.
What did you thought? We're gonna have you in a crack house?
No, I just thought it would be like more it's like not like place settings and stuff like that. I was like, oh.
Yeah. We did it right and we did it big, baby.
Yes, it was lovely.
You're welcome. Glad you had an excellent time.
Yeah, I did. Thank you. But it was a great time.
Yes.
And it only continues from here. Next up, Vegas.
Vegas, baby. I've been seeing a lot of TikToks. It's concerning. I've been seeing a lot of TikToks and like people are like, Vegas is so dead. Have you seen those TikToks?
Yeah, I have.
Oh my God. Well, y'all better wake the fuck up when I land.
Yeah. Oh,
Maybe that means things will be cheaper, but it won't.
No. I don't mind it being dead. I just need the club. I feel like the club not gonna be dead.
Yeah, I just need the club and the beach club.
Day club. Yeah, everything else could be dead. Yeah. Everything else could be dead. Don't give a fuck.
Casino, I don't give a fuck if nobody's in there.
Don't care. Don't care if the restaurant's empty.
Yeah.
I just need
give me a private dining experience.
Yeah. I just need those two things to be on and popping. And then y'all can figure out what the fuck y'all doing after.
Whatever the fuck y'all want to do after.
Y'all can go ahead and break down the prices before we get there though, if y'all want to save face.
Okay. But yeah.
Anything in your life?
I do think it's safe. When this episode gonna release?
Not this Friday, but next Friday.
Next Friday. So
that would be like the second or the first.
The first. I'm going to make the assumption. If not, either you're gonna have to cut this out or we're gonna have to push the episode back. Either way. But then also nobody listens to us anyway, so if it's premature, no one's gonna know because nobody listens to us. We just talk to ourselves here.
Yes, amen.
But I would like to make a very, very serious public announcement.
You heard it first, guys. Well, you haven't said it yet. Sorry. Go.
So, as none of you know, except for Jordan, about a little over a year ago, I filmed a reality show called Are You My First in Costa Rica. It is a dating reality show about virgins. I was shipped off to the islands of Costa Rica to find love. And it was over a year ago, literally like July.
So excited.
2024? 2024? Yeah, July of 2024. And they just started making announcements about it on Hulu a couple of days ago. They haven't released the cast yet. I'm hoping by the time that this episode's out, they will have by then, I would assume. But the show airs August 18th on Hulu. Make sure you tune in, watch, see if I found love, see if I found a man, see if I broke my virginity, all that fun stuff.
Oh, Jesus.
Please tune in. It's gonna be.
Gonna
be a head turner.
I'm excited to find out myself because she hasn't told me anything.
Right,
I've been the behind the scenes or like the camera stuff.
Yeah, so
I'm excited.
Make sure you tune in and watch, people.
I can't wait till they drop the cast and I can see your photo. I guess I'm assuming you haven't seen your
No, I haven't seen it. I haven't seen my photo.
Do you remember taking it?
Yeah.
That's so funny.
When we were, oh my God, I remember it. Not like it was yesterday, but like it was yesterday. As we were like getting closer, because when we first arrived, like the first couple of days, not couple of days, a lot of days, we had to sequester. So I was sequestered for like 9 days. But as the day, like by the 7th day or the 8th day, that's when we started like preparing for the show. So that's when we took our individual photo shoots and stuff like that. And I started getting so fucking anxious. Like when they were like finally letting me out the room, I was like, oh, it's happening.
They were finally
because the first 7 days I never left my room.
And
I was supposed to get an hour of outside time, and I never got it.
Yard time.
Yeah, literally. Like
that's something you could
like
even
prisoner.
Like. Did you even have a balcony? No.
I did.
Oh, okay, that was a little something. I was like, could you even like see the sun? Like, I would at least want to sit by the pool or something.
I did.
Could you order a cocktail to your room?
I actually didn't think about that. I napped the whole time. Honestly, literally just give me my I was fine with it. Give me my Netflix password. Nobody talk to me. I can sleep all day.
Oh,
it was fine. I was actually very irritated when they would call me and bother me. I'm like, fucking nap here.
I got used to it.
Like they were like, oh, we need your lunch order, or we need your dinner order, or the doctor's coming over to bring you your medicine. I'm just like, can y'all just let me sleep? Every time this phone ring, y'all wake me up.
Oh, I'm so excited to see. I'm so excited. Are y'all going crazy on the group message, you and your fellow castmates?
The gals are in fact losing their minds. Well, not losing their minds, but we're all excited. Anxious.
Me too.
So make sure you tune in, folks. Monday, August 18th.
Yes.
Hopefully, there will be details already announced by the time we release this episode.
And have they did they tell y'all specifically it was coming out that day, or did y'all have to Google it yourself?
No, we were told. We were notified.
Okay.
Yeah, that's my life update. Jordan has nothing that could beat that other than getting married.
I cannot.
Just kidding.
No, I can't. Even marriage can't beat that. Hot gas. I watched, movie-wise, Ayo Eldeberry.
I think is it Eldeberry? Is there a B in there?
A debris. I watched Ayo Adebari's movie. I got it. A debris. I just heard her say it.
Oh.
Ayo Adebari. It's a movie. Opus.
Ayo Adebari. How was it?
It was decent. It wasn't as good as Blink Twice. But it was pretty good.
It was like that.
It was like a Blink Twice mix with like a Midsummer. It was like violent in the end.
Not a fan of Midsummer. I wish I could.
Not that violent, but a little violent.
Blink Twice from my brain and watch it again.
It was good.
It was so good.
Yeah. Yeah, it was like one of those things, like something's going on. I don't know what's going on, but yeah.
Don't know what.
She did good. She did good in it, but
I don't think I've seen anything. I never watch anything. If it's not The Office, I'm just like,
right. It's hard to watch something new.
Mm-hmm.
It's really hard to focus on something. You know what I'm saying?
It is, because I am a millennial Gen Z hybrid and my attention span is to shits. But speaking of having the attention span of a rabbit, who has a short attention span? A squirrel. That's what I'm going to say.
Squirrel.
Think about having an attention span of a squirrel. Think teenager.
Hell yeah.
Think young. Think high school. Think social classes. Think rich. Think poor. Think unemployed, useless daddy. Think deadbeat mama.
Mm-hmm.
Think record store. Think everyone has like the same haircut. Even the girl and the guy. Like, and the bad guy. Like, why does everyone have the same haircut length? Think prom.
Hello.
Think hideous prom dress that they tried to pawn off as cute. Think quirky best friend who's secretly in love with the girl next door. Think rich snob who has a heart of gold. Think pink. And that brings us to, drumroll please,
Pretty and Pink. Hell yeah. Pretty and Pink. What a great movie.
Andie, played by Molly Ringwald, is an outcast at her Chicago high school. I actually don't know if this is set in Chicago. I just went with it. I didn't write this. Andie is an outcast at her Chicago high school, hanging out either with her older boss, who owns the record store where she works, or her quirky best friend, Ducky, who is secretly in love with her. Secretly, in air quotations. When one of the rich and popular kids at school, Blane, asks Andie out, it seems too good to be true. As Andie starts falling for Blane, she begins to realize that dating someone from a different social sphere is not as easy as it seems.
No, it ain't.
Oh my God. I did that in one take. Who is she?
Good job.
The film is a coming-of-age romantic comedy drama written by John Hughes, but directed by Howard Dutch.
Howard.
That's crazy to me. I was like, he didn't direct this. I was like, that's why it's not good.
Not that's why it's not good.
I literally was watching this and I was like, the premise is great, but like the in-between parts, like the dialogue and stuff, I'm like, this is not fantastic to me.
I don't even know if the plot's great, but kind of.
I don't even know if I like the plot.
Yeah.
I thought the plot was good. I thought the execution, however, I was like, what are we doing here? It's
just hard for me to believe that. I mean, I get it, like rich and poor, but it's just hard for me to believe that it's that, like, he's a Richie.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just hard to me to believe like there's literally that much of a divide. Like I get it, but then I was like, well, come on, it's high school. I thought
it was a bit much for high school.
Yeah.
I was like, maybe if we were like in an upstate New York prep school or like Yale or Harvard or something, and y'all were like old money and new money. Like I feel like that would be more when you're like 24 trying
like
to
Crazy
marry.
Rich Asians.
Yeah.
Like that makes more sense. But in high school it's just like I don't care if you date the poor girl next door, you're not going to marry her. Right. You're going to Yale next year. Shut up. Right. Like I don't know.
I was just going to prom or something.
Yeah.
Carrying on. Where was I?
Where are you?
Oh yeah, and John Hughes didn't direct it. Crazy. Ringwald, Molly, our girl, said that she introduced Hughes to the. I meant to look this. Psychedelic Furs. This is a band.
Oh, bitch. I was confused.
Who had the song of the same name of the film, and that inspired him to like write the screenplay. So this was a song first.
Oh, the song was called Pretty in Pink. Got it.
Yes. Because when I was watching it, I was like, why the fuck is this movie called Pretty in Pink?
And I was just like, is it really because she wears a pink prom dress?
I was like, she really doesn't wear pink that much throughout the movie.
Yeah, she doesn't. And it's not like she becomes pretty the night of prom. She's cute the whole fucking movie. She didn't like do like a transformation or anything.
Right. So it's named after this song that's playing in the beginning. So John Hughes wrote the movie for his muse, good old Molly. Molly felt ready to move on from high school set films to be in more adult roles and initially didn't want to sign on for Pretty in Pink, but felt she had to because John wrote the script for her right after he wrote 16 Candles. Okay. However, I feel like John Hughes might be a little crazy. However, no, he is. However, her hesitation had already caused Hughes to move on, wanting to find another actress to play Andie. John, this is according to Molly. These are Molly's words. John was mad at me and didn't want me to do the movie. Ringwald revealed on Alex Baldwin's Here's the Thing podcast in 2016. They were going to cast Jennifer Beals.
Jennifer Bell, like the actress we know.
Not Jennifer Bale. No, that's Christian Bale. Not Jennifer Beals. Jennifer Beals. Who's the chick that's married to Justin Timberlake? Not her.
Oh, not her. I don't know Jennifer Beals. Oh, she's in Flashdance.
Jessica Biel.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking of. Jessica Biel's who I was thinking for. Jennifer Biel.
This is Jennifer Beals. Not to be confused. She's in Flashdance, yes. They were going to cast
Never seen that movie. Sorry.
Me neither. I don't know, when I saw Flashdance, I automatically thought of Dirty Dancing. I was like, oh, the chick for Dirty Dancing.
I was thinking of Footloose.
One of those 80s dance movies.
Yeah.
So they were going to cast her because she had just had a successful run with Flashdance.
For sure.
But I think ultimately John Hughes was like jealous and salty that she didn't want to do it. So he's like, I'm going to find somebody else. But the movie was written for her, about her, inspired by her. So the director was basically like, look, bro, I know you're like secretly in like love with this chick and it's kind of inappropriate, but you're going to have to get over that.
Yeah.
And you're mad because she didn't want to do your movie, but you wrote it for her, so we kind of need her in it. So yeah, that's one take that I read. But then I saw somewhere else that said the studio, Paramount, they're the one who distributed the film, they didn't want her in it. So I really don't know. I believe the John Hughes version.
I believe the first one because the studio always wants an easy win. Why wouldn't they want someone who's
because the other version, it said like the studio didn't want her because she wasn't a big enough name. I was like, she already did The Breakfast Club and 16 Candles. What are you talking about? Right? She's a rom-com girl. Right. So yeah. But, you know, of course she's in it, as she should have been. So Charlie Sheen was the actor that John Hughes had in mind for Blane, who was described...
Blane?
Yeah.
I think you want to say Steph. I was like, perfect.
No, Blane. Right?
Ew.
I don't see it either. Now, I think it would have worked...
Let me see a younger version of him. Sorry.
Yeah, I can see a younger version of him, but... I'll make my point later. Okay, so Charlie Sheen was the actor John Hughes had in mind for Blane, who was described as a square-jawed jock in the script. But according to the Brat Pack memoir titled You Couldn't Ignore Me If You Tried, it was Ringwald who convinced the filmmaker to hire Andrew McCarthy.
Okay.
I liked that he wasn't typical, and he seemed so right for the part, said Ringwald.
He did.
Throughout filming, however, Ringwald and McCarthy were completely at odds, according to the director. They hated each other because Molly had a crush on him and he didn't have a crush on her, says the director.
The nerve of him.
Right? So apparently, I guess she was into him, he wasn't into her. And then the director was basically like, you know, I had to like step in and like tell her like, no, he definitely likes you. He's just like a guy, like, you know.
Now I had to step in and lie.
Right. And he was like, I don't think either of them knew what I was doing, but he's like, it added to like the tension of like the will they, won't they, are these two going to get together when it came down to like filming the movie. So he was like, it was all for a good cause.
It's so funny that as a director, you kind of have to be like a therapist, mediator.
Right. Like exactly.
To get the shot.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like, no, he loves you. He never said that. What?
Exactly.
He wasn't talking to you. He said he loved you. He told me you were his favorite person ever.
He's actually
just a liar. It's actually obsessed with you, which is crazy.
Originally, Hughes envisioned the Breakfast Club star Anthony Michael Hall as Ducky, but the actor passed, believing it was too similar to his previous role as the geek in 16 Candles. After Hall passed, Ringwald pushed for somebody like Robert Downey Jr. because he was different and he was quirky, but he was completely imaginable. Michael J. Fox was also reportedly considered for the role.
Michael J. Fox.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the guy from 60 Candles. It'd have been too on the nose. It would have just been like 16 Candles 2.0. It would have been too much.
It'd have been too much. Like and then that'd have been too much. Anthony
Similarity.
All together. Like that'd have been too much. Y'all did 16 Candles, The Breakfast Club, and now you're doing this one.
Oh, right.
We gotta take it easy.
Right, and everything is like he's the nerd and she's the popular kid.
Like
I need a break.
At this point, you can't do a movie without each other.
Yeah. You need that nerd running behind you.
Right.
It's too much.
So, ultimately, of course, the role went to John Cryer. As soon as the director saw him, he was like, he's got it. He's the guy for us. He's it. But to prepare for Ducky's infamous dance scene, Cryer worked with choreographer, a very famous one. If you want a dance scene, you want a dance number, you want a little razzle dazzle, you want to ooh and all the crowd with a 1-2 step, A kickball change? Who you calling, Jordan?
Michael Jackson. I don't know. Is it the...
No, but close.
Close to Michael Jackson?
Not really. But...
Okay. Is it the guy who choreographed as High School Musical?
Yes. What is his name? Hello? Yes. Kenny Ortega!
Oh, I was going to ask you to... Yeah, I wouldn't have guessed that, though. But thank you. That guy.
So to prepare...
He was around back then?
I know, right? Choreographing. Duh.
Choreographing.
Words are hard.
The house down.
That's right. Choreographing the boots down. To prepare for his infamous dance role, Cryer worked with choreographer Kenny Ortega. While he ended up dancing to Otis Redding's Try a Little Tenderness. Yeah. The song was initially going to be Mick Jagger and Michael Jackson's State of Shock. Never heard of it. That's the original song. I did listen to it.
No, Try a Little Tenderness is exquisite.
It was chef's kiss. Excellent choice.
I think it's funny that some like shows and like or parts in like dance breaks in movies, you think they're just like spontaneous and like they just like get out there and dance.
I can't believe that was a choreographed dance.
Right.
I was like, I've just been like improv.
Right.
Ad lib, do it.
Right.
Go out there. Right. I don't need to hire a choreographer for this. You're just lip syncing the song. Drag queens do it all the time. Mm-hmm. Get to it.
I'll get a couple cameramans to come up with some fucking dance and we'll figure it out together.
Do a little spin here, a split there, and call it a day.
Mm-hmm. That's what I would say. That's my suggestion.
Originally, all right, let's get down to the nitty gritty. So originally, the film actually portrayed Andie and Ducky ending up together. However, test audiences booed this ending. John Hughes rewrote a new 5-page ending where Andie and Blane got together instead. This was shot several months after the film wrapped production and was filmed in one day on a soundstage designed to look like the Los Angeles Hotel ballroom where the first ending had been filmed.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
I would love to be a test audience person. How do I sign up for that gig?
Yeah, give me that job immediately. Please.
That is so
I honestly don't think I knew that she was originally supposed to end up with him in like the original.
I didn't know that. I know
everybody said, like, I always thought the discourse was like everybody felt that she should have ended up with him, but I didn't know it was actually like that was actually supposed to happen.
I'm glad they didn't end up together.
Yeah. But here's my thing. Like, I would have been fine with that if the movie, like, set it up for that. The movie does not set it up for her to end up with him. She doesn't fucking like him.
She doesn't fucking like him. And he's not... I know he's his... Like, he hits on everybody. He's a little sleazy. I know, like...
Yeah, that's... His shtick is a little... Yeah, it's a little sleazebag.
Yeah, it's a little sleazebag.
And, like, the whole time, she was giving, like, go home, Roger energy with him. Like, it's just like, she don't like him.
Right.
So, like, why would you make this movie where, like, they never have, like, this moment of, like, oh, is she into him? Or, oh, they seem like they would be good. Like, that never happens in the film. And then you write it to where they end up together. Of course, people booed. You didn't set that up.
Like, what is this? The only time when I feel like the only thing she says nice about him is when she's like, what am I to do with you? What am I going to do without you next year? And I was like, oh, you're going to miss him?
Yeah, that's the only
time
right. Then I was like, oh. She actually kind of likes him as a friend. I thought he just like fawned over her.
Yeah, but she just dealt with him.
Because every other scene, it's like she literally cannot stand him.
Yeah. It's just,
I thought that was ridiculous.
It would have been so stupid if they ended up together. I'd have been very
And like the people booed, and like I read somewhere the director said like his heart dropped. I was like, why? Like, why did you think this was... Of course they booed. You didn't set it up for them to end up together, for anybody to want that.
I love the idea that... Because I feel like usually, you know, like when you premiere your movie at like Cannes, everyone's going to stand up and clap no matter what. But I love the idea of people be like, this fucking sucks.
Oh, brother, this thing stinks.
Like they don't have to worry about being fake. They're just like, yeah, don't do this.
Yeah,
just imagine a bunch of like regular people in there and be like, ew.
So when called back for... to film the new scene, Andrew McCarthy was in pre-production for a stage play and had lost weight and cut his hair for the stage role. So he was fitted with a wig for the reshoot. That wig
It's terrible.
It's terrible.
I was when it got to that scene, I was like, has this been his hair the whole time? I was like, that looks like a dead
When
man's
I was watching it, I was
hair.
like, what the fuck is going on with his hair? I had to Google it. I was like, is that a wig on his head?
That explains so much. Because I was like, maybe I haven't paid attention, but like him at the end, I was like, this man is hideous. Because I thought he was okay, and I was like, damn, he is ugly, and that hair, it looks like a dead person.
It was reminiscent of Jim's wig. Season 3 of The Office. You know, season 3 mid-season, he also adopts a wig. Did you know that?
No, I did not know that.
It's awful. It's awful. It's awful. That's what it reminded me of. I was like, this is the fucking Jim wig. Is that it's fucking Jim terrible?
When he's not combing hair, or is that pre when you started combing his hair, or post when you started combing his hair?
It was pre. Okay. So
yeah,
his hair didn't start getting combed until season 4. Yeah. But in the middle of season 3, he slept on a wig, and I was like, oh my God, this is disgusting. He was filming something too, and he had to shave his head.
He was filming stuff that early?
Girl, yeah.
Thank God.
Books then.
Well,
so yeah, girl, that was a trifling wig they put on his head.
I was going to ask about it because it looked terrible.
Molly Ringwald had anticipated that audiences would have been dissatisfied with the original ending, saying it didn't make sense to have the entire movie be this Cinderella story, yet she doesn't get the guy that she wants in the end. Ringwald has said that Ducky was based on her best friend who was gay and with whom she had an extremely non-romantic relationship with. If that's like, what you're if you based Ducky off of an actual character, like a human being who's gay, why would you put
Ducky's so my gay best friend? What?
Yeah, that doesn't make any sense.
Doesn't make any sense.
John Cryer, however, has stated that he was shocked that the test audience was unhappy about the pairing, and felt that the whole film was built around Andie and Ducky ending up together. It literally wasn't.
I didn't see it.
I was like, he's delusional like Ducky. It literally was not.
Yeah.
It was not.
It was going to end with them stopping. That's the only thing I saw coming was them not being friends anymore.
And I think it would have been fine if they did that, if they actually would have led it up to that. Because the moment where she's at prom and he comes down, like, it is a beautiful moment. I love it. Yeah. I was like, oh my God. In a different world, if they would have set it up, that could have been good.
Yeah.
But because y'all didn't, it don't make no sense for her to end up with him.
I feel like it's almost because he's too much in the movie. That makes sense. You know, in some movies, it's like that guy that's always in the background, that's always nice to you, and the girl always ignores him. And she's like, oh, you like me? He was just too obvious. He was around too much, and it wasn't going to work.
Yeah. Now, back to Charlie Sheen. Now, they would have casted Charlie Sheen as, what that boy name was? Blane?
Ducky? Oh, Blane.
No, if they would have casted Charlie Sheen as Blane, then I could see her ending up with Ducky only because Charlie Sheen does not have like the look, like the sweet boy next door rich guy, like heart of gold. He don't got that look. He looks like a douche.
Yeah, I looked up young him.
So he could have been. Yeah, he could have done it if she didn't end up with him. But no. Oh, so even though they didn't end up together, Hughes aimed to protect Ducky's character in the new ending by having another girl at the prom show interest in him. Played by Kristy Swanson in her first theatrical film role, as credited as Duckette.
Who's Kristy Johnson?
I don't know who that is. I don't. Oh, okay. You don't know who that. We wouldn't know her, but she is an actress. I looked her up. She has some. She has some things under her belt. Paramount executives were also apprehensive about the original ending, worried that the film might be perceived as classist, and suggesting that wealthy people and poor people should not interact. That's actually pretty progressive of them. I was like, oh, I'm shocked. And then so the band who had written like the ending song for the film, John Hughes was like, well, this song went with like the original ending, but it doesn't go with like this current ending. So can you rewrite it? And they rewrote it in less than 24 hours.
Tight.
Paramount has also said that they have been unable to locate the footage of the original ending. And I want that footage because when I was doing all this, I was like, oh my God, I would love to see the original footage. And then once I finally got to that note, I was like, damn, they don't even have it. Why? How you lose that?
I was just about to say, like, how do you lose that? But then I think about that one. Have you ever heard that story about that guy who worked for Disney and they asked him to delete something, and this one guy had like the backup and it like saved like the production of some.
Oh, he had Lion. It was like the Lion King.
And
he had
they
like the
fired
entire
him,
Lion King.
And then, like 2 years later, they ended up fighting him. That's what I was thinking about. I was like, I guess y'all don't.
That's so stupid.
So stupid.
Oh, that devastates me. I want to see it so bad.
That hurts. But you know, somewhere out there in this world, who
somebody who
does not give a fuck about this movie, has not even thought about it, has it?
Yeah, somebody has
it. Someone has it. One person, a couple people have it. They're like, oh, this thing? I didn't think it was important.
Was like Molly Ringwald or like John Cryer, I would like rape, murder, and pillage to go and find that.
Put an ad out.
Yeah.
Every year.
The film was adapted into a novel written by H.B. Gilmore and Randy Resfield, released in 1986. It was published by some book company. Who cares? The book was written before the last scene was changed, so it has the original ending in which Andie ends up with Ducky instead of Blane.
I'm not sure if you can do that. I don't know. I don't like that.
Weird. Yeah.
I absolutely don't like that.
Who turns a movie into a book?
No, unless the only version I will accept is like a comic book.
Well, I feel like that's the closest we'll ever get to seeing the ending of the movie where she ends up with Ducky. That's the closest we'll ever get to it.
In
the closing credits, the film is dedicated to actress Alexa. Oh, damn. I really should have got her name together before I read this. I'm sorry, Alexa. Forgive me. Alexa Kinnan and set designer Bruce Wittentraub, both of whom died shortly after production had finished. Aww. So you know that chick in the movie who we only see twice, who like is her friend in high school?
Yeah. Did she die?
She died.
She died during the movie? Them shooting the movie?
See, I thought that too. Because I was like, okay, because I was like, why is this girl? I was like, why do we only see her twice? I was like, what's the point of her character if we only see her twice?
Thank you, right.
And I thought that was ridiculous. Y'all only show her twice. What was the point of us seeing her as a character? We only see her at the beginning and like never again. Then I read that she died. And I was like, oh, so she died filming the movie.
Right.
She died once the movie was done.
That's
they just only put her in there twice.
Did she have cancer or something? Maybe she stopped shooting?
I Googled how she died. I saw one asthma-related death, but then I also saw heroin overdose. So I don't know.
I see. How did the production person die?
AIDS.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Mm-hmm. The film was released February 28th, 1986, and distributed by Paramount Pictures.
Yeah.
Budget.
1980s, 10 million.
Not bad for you, $9 million. Box office.
Hell yeah. The CHEs, 25 million.
Not quite.
30 million. 35.
No.
38.
$40.5 million.
Honey, that's money.
That's
a profit.
Right. That's right. Cast: Molly Ringwald as Andie Walsh. Harry Dean Stanton as Jake Walsh.
Yeah.
John Cryer as Philip F. Ducky Dale.
Hell yeah.
Anna Potts as Iona? I think that's how you say her name. James Spader as Steph. Andrew McCarthy as Blane. Kate Vernon as Benny, a popular girl who's a bitch to Andie. Alexia Keenan as Jenna, Andie's friend, who we only see 2 times in the movie. And I think that's it.
You said Jeff already?
Jeff? Who the hell is Jeff?
Is that his name? Steph. Sorry, Steph.
I did say Steph. James Spader as Steph. Rich guy.
You know, I cannot. Every time when I first saw him, I was like, Robert California.
Right. Look at Robert.
Always been a little sleaze.
He was so good looking though. He
was
incredibly good looking in this movie. He's
very handsome.
And now, and that head full of hair.
And I was like, because I was visualizing him on The Office. Like, yeah, I could see it. I could see him being a hottie back in the day.
Yeah. Hairline was still intact.
He has an amazing voice. Whatever that voice is. It's very soothing, or like you should moderate something. Moderate? No. Narrate. Thank you.
All right. Let's party.
So the movie begins. We see Andie Walsh getting ready for school. One of the things on her to-do list is to get her half employed. He's not fully part-time job father, depressed working class dad up so he can get a start on life.
Semi-relieved to realize, it wasn't until like the third time I watched it, to realize that he had at least a part-time job.
Yeah.
Because I was like, how the hell? Who's paying the bills if you don't work?
Yeah.
The mama is a deadbeat. She's long gone.
Mm-hmm.
She's in high school. How are the bills getting paid?
Right.
How is the water still running if you're in your drawers all day?
We're concerned.
In the bed.
We're
drinking
concerned.
Bourbon.
Right. So, yes, he is a part-time bum. His daughter... 50-50 chance. But his daughter is on his ass talking about like, hey, did you go to this interview? You need a full-time job, basically. Dad's like, yeah. I'll do it. The dad's basically depressed. You can kind of get that. If you've seen a couple of depressed people, that's him.
Textbook.
Yes. So she leaves her dad in good spirits-ish, or like she's like, get up. But she heads on to school. She gets to school. She's an outsider. You can tell by that. The school is broken up between the richie, preppy kids and the poor punk street youths. I don't know.
Other side of the track kids. And we meet her best friend, Ducky. Are her and Ducky in the same grade? Or is Ducky a little younger than her? I can't tell. I think they're both. I think everyone here is a senior.
Okay. I can never tell. I don't know why. To me, Ducky
a good question.
Ducky just gives
younger
freshmen, but then he also can't get in the club she can get into. I don't know. I don't know if it was like an 8. Just like,
that's another thing. Like, if that's the case, like, can y'all make that known?
Yeah. And then I
just figured she's 18 and he's 17.
Yeah. But then she's like, I'm gonna miss you next year. But I'm just like, is he staying in high school and you going to college? I can't tell.
I just assumed that they were going to different
schools. Yeah, I just can't tell.
But yeah, maybe.
But Ducky gives, I'm younger than you. You're the older girl I admire. But they might be in the same grade. But yes, Ducky's also an outsider. I'm assuming he's poor. He dresses differently from the rich kids. In class, we see Andie. She's like a star student. She's sitting in the front. She's taking notes. She's got her cute glasses on. And I don't know, she's answering questions and she's getting bullied by, what's the girl's name?
Benny.
Rich girl
I should bully you for your name being Benny. Why you got a boy name? In the 1980s, bitch.
Benny, for whatever reason, has a hard-on for Andie. She won't let the girl breathe. She's just,
Where'd you get your outfit? The 50-cent store?
Yeah, and what?
I did. I thrifted it.
Yeah, and what you gonna do?
In about 30 years, it'll be all the rave. All the kids will be doing it, actually. Yeah. So I'm ahead of the times.
Exactly.
Benny.
And it's honestly funny because I feel like people dress more towards... When we think 80s, we think Andie, not whatever Benny was wearing. I don't know, personally. But also in class...
I don't think what Andie got on.
You don't think what Andie got on?
No, I don't think of 80s. I don't think of that, no.
Wow. Hurtful. We need to disagree with me.
I will say she do be putting some ugly shit on.
But it's just like, I don't know, to me that's 80s. It's like slow.
And she ages herself. When she goes,
she does age herself.
She goes to her car and like Steph's talking to her and she has like those freaking glasses and that hat on. She was like a librarian. I'm like, oh my God, you look like you're 40 years old.
Yeah.
She looks so old. I was like, why is she wearing that?
She does look like a librarian.
Like an old cat lady.
And not in a good way. Yeah.
Feeding birds in the park.
Low key, actually. But also in class, one of Andie's other best friends, her name is
Jenna.
We
only see 3 times in this whole movie.
But we love Jenna. Jenna is giving
Rebel.
Mean Girls, Janice Ian.
Your mom's chest hair.
Yeah, like she sees Andie getting bullied by this lady, by the Benny girl, and then the girl, Andie's best friend, yells at or whispers to Benny, like, go fuck yourself or something like that. Like, she's not like reserved like Andie. Like she's a fighter. But yeah, so we see them getting bullied. after school, or Andie get bullied. After school, Andie's walking to her car. We meet another rich bully. His name is Steph McKee. Did I say his name? Better known as Robert California from The Office. In his later years, but he
years. In his later years. Oh.
Yeah. He seems to be waiting outside for her. I don't know what it is. He's obsessed with her.
He's hanging out with his like Richie friends. They're all sitting by his car, and he's like, "I'll catch you guys later," because he sees Andie walk. And I think he strategically parked his car in front of her car.
He's obsessed with her.
So he sees Andie walking out of the schoolhouse, and he's like, "I'll see you guys later," and goes to Andie, and he's like, "Andie, oh my God, so we graduate in a month, you know, when is it? When are me and you gonna finally get together?" And she's like, "I'm not having sex with you." And he's like, "Who said it has to be about sex? Not about sex." She's like, "Yes, it is." And he's like, "Look, you know, I've had a crush on you for 4 years. You know, I've dated any and every girl that I've wanted at the school. Why are you any different?" And she's like, "Because I have taste." And he calls her a bitch for not wanting him. And he says, "You know, that disease that you have, you should probably get it checked out because it'll get worse."
It's honestly
that's so weird.
No, but it's scary. Like, I think he's scary. That's a scary thing to tell someone.
Here's my thing. I mean, now I understand it, but seeing it as a younger gal, I just always thought he was like fucking with her because like we never see him like do this again. Like, "Hey, I like secretly want you." Like, he never does that again. So I always thought he was just fucking with her. Like, I didn't think he actually was interested.
Oh,
like I didn't think he actually liked her. I thought he was just like yanking her dick.
No, he's obsessed, and I'm assuming I like to think that's
because
why Benny picks
the
on her
rest
so
of
much.
the movie, rest of the movie, he like pretends like she doesn't exist. So I was just like, oh, he was like fucking with her. Like, I just thought that's what I was. Yeah. Thought.
And I like to think that's why Benny picks on her because she knows her man wants her.
See, that's the thing. I don't think she knows that.
I think
he's trying to keep that as low key and as secretly as possible.
I just feel like Benny's the type of girl who peep game. She's like, "Why are you talking to her?"
Maybe
she watches from the side. She's like, "Why are you gonna talk to her?" Exactly. It's like the three of them: Benny, Steph, and Blane. They on Andie's ass for all different reasons.
Right. For all different
reasons. But Andie scurries off because what the fuck? And she goes to her job.
She works at the local record store with I guess she's the owner. I thought she was a manager. Owner, manager, whatever you want to call her.
I think she's a manager.
Iona. I don't know how old they were trying to make her be. I thought she was a solid like 21, maybe 25. But I feel like 30. I don't know. They try to age her. I always thought she was like a couple of years older than Andie. But anywho, she's an older woman, you know, experienced high school life and all these things. And her and Andie are talking at the record store. And prom comes up, that conversation. Andie's a senior. She'll be graduating soon. And Andie asked Iona if she went to her prom, and she was like, "Yes, you know, it was corny, but it's like supposed to be. You know, I had this friend who didn't go, and she regretted it ever since. So you should totally go." And Andie's basically just like, "Well, I don't know if it's like if I should go, I shouldn't go. A part of me does want to go, but a part of me thinks like it's just like a stupid tradition." And Iona's like, "Life is a stupid tradition, honey. Just go, like have fun."
That's right.
So while they're having that conversation, in walks Mr. Blane.
Yes.
Andie's crush. He walks into the record store. He smiles at Andie. Andie smiles back. He's browsing the record section, looks at a couple of things, and decides he wants to purchase this record album. Goes to the register. They exchange some pleasantries. She makes some kind of like snooty, like elitist jokes. She's like, "Will that be cash or card? MasterCard, American Express, Platinum, maybe?" He's like, cash is fine. He asks her about the album. She's like, "It's a really hot album. You'll like it." And he's like, "Okay, cool." They like smile at each other, and he leaves.
Yeah, and you could tell that he went there not to buy an album, but to see this girl.
Yeah, he didn't care about what the fuck he bought.
Right.
He brought like Richard Springsteen or something.
Yeah, right.
Who knows?
He doesn't even have a record player. He doesn't listen to music.
Right.
So
cassettes are all the rave in the 80s.
Yes. So that night, Andie goes out with her friends. They go to like I'm assuming like a local 18 plus. The Cat. Oh yeah, yes, that's what it's called. They let 18-year-olds in, I believe, and they're just chilling. It's very like what we would now call hipster, but
she's
grungy.
There with Jenna. This is the second time we see Jenna in the film.
Jenna and some other guy.
We'll see her one more time. Yeah, and this guy who's there with them, who we never see again. I was like, what's the point of this guy being here? That really frustrated me.
But yes,
that's what I mean. Like this movie was executed poorly. I was like, why do we see him and we never see him again?
But Andie asked her friends a very trivial question: would you guys ever go out with someone with money? And what's the girl's name?
Jenna.
Jenna
is basically like, no.
She gags.
And Andie's like, why? They're just people just like us. Like, why wouldn't you go out with the richer guy? And then so she asks the other guy who's there with him. His name's like Roger or something. Yeah. I don't know. Steve, whatever. She acts like Steve. She's like, if your dad came home like a rich man, what would you do? And he's like, I'd kiss his ass. And Andie's like, yeah, exactly. What point does that prove? I really don't know. And Jenna's like, are you dating like a rich guy or something? And Andie's like, I have to go. Jenna's like, you didn't answer my question. And she's like, no, I'm not. And she's like, good. I don't like this, like, I'm not falling for this propaganda like that they would be opposed to dating a rich man. I'm not falling for it. Like, hang it up.
It's a little too much. I get it.
Like, absolutely not. I would never date a rich person.
Yeah, it's too much.
I can understand never dating a snooty rich person, but a rich person, come on down.
I would understand if she explained herself, she'd be like, no, they would only see us as lesser, or like we would never fit in. If she said something like that, I'd be like, okay, I ain't got what she's saying. But she's just like, ew, scum of the earth.
What city are we in where this is just so dumbfounding?
Like she needed to explain herself because
from a different class. This isn't India. This isn't the class system.
It's just like she sounds like she asks her like, would you ever date someone who's homophobic? Would you ever date someone who's date It's like, would you ever date someone who was born rich? Like, what? Calm down a little bit.
Yeah, like everybody relax.
But yeah, at this point, Andie decides she's had enough that night. She heads outside. Outside waiting for her is Ducky. He can't get into this club because I'm assuming he's under 18. But he spent the night talking to the bouncer there and talking about Andie and how much he likes her.
Ducky asks Andie for a ride.
Yeah.
She brings him home, and on the way home, they are cruising through the rich upper echelon neighborhood with all the mansions and the 7,000 square foot homes, and Ducky doesn't really care. He's not really interested. But Andie is driving down these streets, envisioning herself living in these homes and saying how beautiful they are, and she wonders what they look like inside and how the people who own them probably don't appreciate them and wouldn't appreciate them as much as she would if she had the house. And Ducky's like, whatever, I don't like the song that you're playing in the car right now. Can we change it?
That scene reminded me, for whatever reason, of Lady Bird. That one scene just reminded me of Lady Bird. Yeah, I was like, this movie kind of reminds me of Lady Bird. Mm-hmm. Cause it's like a little Esky. Labor-esque, like wrong side of the tracks, wants to be on the right side of the tracks, dates a rich guy, like their house. Later in the movie, she goes to the house that she's obsessed with.
You know,
Lady Bird, they did the same thing.
What I love about this movie is, like, she literally is the girl from the other side of the tracks. There's train tracks right by her house. She lives by train tracks.
Okay, yeah,
I really like that.
That's funny. They do the same thing in Lady Bird. Do you remember when the guy who turns out being gay, he like picks her up from her house and she's like, Lady Bird always says she's from the wrong side of the tracks. And on my way here, there was like literal tracks.
Oh, that's so funny.
And my mom's like,
Oh, that's hilarious.
It's okay. So the next day is a school day. Andie's sitting in the computer lab. We used to have that back in the day. And she's just typing away, but she gets a message that said something. It's like,
do you want to talk?
Which is so weird. That's a weird way to start something.
I was very confused as to how he was able. This is 1986, mind you. I was very confused on how he was able to like program her computer, turn her screen black, and like type a message like that. I was like, you can't even do that in 2025. Like, how the fuck do you do that?
Maybe he's really into computers.
So, yeah, she's like in the library working.
He IMs her, but not really.
Yeah, she gets like an IM, the 80s version of that.
Mm-hmm.
And it appears on her screen, and it's a message that says, "You want to talk?" And she instantly replies, "Ducky, I'm busy. I'm working."
Mm-hmm.
And the quote-unquote mystery man responds and is like, "What's a ducky?" And she's like, "Oh, this isn't Ducky? Who is this? Who could this be?" So she responds, "Do you know who I am?" I also was like, how the fuck did he know how to do this? Like, how was this possible in 1986?
There was no way that picture loaded that fast. I can tell you
And that it
right
looked
now.
that good in 1986. So
Magic.
then she's like, "Do you know who I am?" Somehow he's able to like upload a picture of her, a clear picture, might I add, of her.
Quickly.
And she's like, "Oh my God." And she's like, "Well, who are you?" Then he uploads a picture of himself, and it's no other than rich guy, Mr. Man with a heart of gold, Blane.
Yes. Blane it is. And then like she like stands up, and he stands up, and they look at each other. And that's pretty much all that happens right there in the scene. Right?
Yeah, and they're like smitten. They're like, "Oh my God." They like lock eyes, and they're like, "Ooh, something new is starting."
Something new, something sturdy. While that's happening, Ducky is back at her house. He's such a stalker. And he's talking to Andie's dad. And he's basically talking about how he plans on marrying Andie. And from this scene, I just got even more clear that Andie's dad is super depressed because apparently Andie's mom left him and her when, she was like 14, 15, just to run off. And the dad has never gotten over the fact that she broke his heart. And he tells her, like, you can't force someone to like you, because that's what he's trying to do with Andie. Because clearly she does not like you.
Yeah, he's gone on and on about how he's gonna marry her and provide for her, and he's like, "Does Andie know this?" And he's like, she was like, doesn't need to know it right now,
right?
And he's like, "Look, love is love. Just because you love her doesn't mean she's gonna love you back. And that's okay. It's okay if she does love you, but it's okay if she doesn't.
Right?
I loved a girl once too. She left my ass.
She laughed at she laughed at my fucking face, and that was 10 years ago, and I will never get over it. And you can't make me."
So these two have this like man-to-man talk, I guess, of like love and emotions, and then they part ways.
So now it's after school. Andie's back at the record shop doing her thing, and once again Blane stops by. He brings the record that he bought yesterday, and he's like, "I didn't really like it." She's like, Wasn't into it. They're chit-chatting, they're talking. You could tell that he's working his way up to ask her a very important question. But unfortunately, before they can talk anymore, they're interrupted by the alarm system. So Andie's like, "Okay, I work here, so I gotta be right back." She goes to the back and she sees Ducky in like the back where he shouldn't be. I'm assuming he tried to break in. He set off the fire alarm. I wonder if he did it on purpose. You think he did it on purpose?
I don't know, but he was acting weird.
To me, he was acting like he was up to no good. I feel like he watched them talk and he was like, "Alarm system." I don't know. I feel like he was trying
maybe so. I don't know. Because why didn't you enter through the front?
Yeah, I thought it was suspicious, and he was acting sneaky. He was acting weird, and he was like, "I came to use the bathroom." She was like, "Why didn't you use the bathroom somewhere else?" And toilet paper. He was just talking.
Yeah, he's like, "It's the first of the month. They don't change the toilet paper." What? You're not making any sense.
Wow. So while she's trying to turn off the alarm system, talk to his crazy ass, up front, Blane is seen by Steph. Why is Steph at the record store? I don't fucking know. Why is he in this area? He sees. So I guess we're supposed to believe it's a happenstance, but I think they're all obsessed with her. I think they're all obsessed with her.
Piece of Andie.
I do. I think they're all obsessed with her. Because why is he there? And then why is he? And if he's in the area, why does he so happen to look inside the record store? So I don't know.
Yeah, maybe so.
He knows she works there, and he wanted a little peek, and then he saw Blane in there. He's like, "Blane, what you doing over here? This is my girl shop."
Right, because he was probably on his way to harass her himself. Probably got sidetracked when he saw his friend. So yeah, Steph walks into the record store, and he's like, "Blane, what are you doing here?" Blaine's like, "Oh, hey, Steph." And he's like, "Are you planning to like buy a record or something?" And he's like, "Yeah, maybe." And he's like, "Well, look, if we're going to shoot the shit, whatever that means, we can only do it in like the next 20 minutes. So like, come on, let's go." And he's like, "Okay, fine." So Blane leaves with Steph. And as soon as they walk out the door, Andie is done dicking around with Ducky,
Right.
and sees them leave together, and she's sad and disappointed because she couldn't talk to her man,
Right.
because she was too distracted by Ducky's ass.
They're both foiled. I like that. Dicking around with Ducky. Dicking around with Ducky.
Yeah.
Dicking around with Ducky.
Say that 20 times.
Yeah. So the next morning, Andie wakes up and she's surprised to see that her father's already in the kitchen and he's making her breakfast. He's making her eggs. She doesn't like eggs, but that's besides the point. He's up. He's looking more alive than ever. And he tells her that he got a new job. But he doesn't say where.
Or what.
But Andie takes his word as Bible and she's just excited for him.
She's like, oh my goodness, I'm so happy. Things are looking up for us. Oh my goodness, I knew you'd be able to get a job. Aren't you so excited?
I thought his job was going to be working at her school. I thought he was going to be a janitor at the school, which now that I'm saying it out loud is the Breakfast Club.
Right.
Yeah, but I thought he was.
God, he didn't do that.
That's what I thought he was going to do.
He just wants to stay bum.
Yeah. Exactly. But yes, at school, Blane goes out searching for Andie. But unfortunately for him, Andie hangs out with the punk kids and she's in the punk area. The burnouts.
Kids from the other side of the tracks.
There's a guy in there with spiked hair. Like, that's the vibe. Everyone's wearing dark colors.
No one's in class.
He's wearing like a silk shirt. He looks very suave. I actually really like his outfit.
He's like wearing like a linen
suit. Baby blue shirt. He looks good.
Mm-hmm.
His fit is on point. I love it. He looks like he's in the Hamptons. But he walks back there and everyone's looking at him like, what you doing back here? And you can tell he's thinking to himself, oh, I do not belong. But he finds
Toto, we're not in Kansas anymore.
Right. But he finds Andie and he goes sits by her and they start talking. And she's like, are you lost? Like, what you doing out here? And he's like, no, I'm just hanging out. I just want to talk. He works up the nerve to ask her on a date. And she is ecstatic. And they decide to go on a date on Friday, which is that night or the next night. Doesn't really matter.
And he's like, where do you live? I'll pick you up. She's like, no. I'll have work that night. You can just pick me up from the record store. And he's like, okay. No, but you can tell that Andie has the fear of God in her eyes. She does not want him to see where she lives. You can tell that from her body language. She does not want that to happen. So Andie is excited. Blane is excited. He heads back in, heads to class. But he's stopped by Steph. And Steph is like, he is following her. Because why? I saw you talking to that girl. What's her name?
You know her
Danny.
name. Oh.
No. And he's like, yeah, so what? He's like, why are you talking to her? Why are you hanging out with her? She's nothing. She's nada.
He's obsessed.
Relax. I can
Calm
do
down.
me. You do you.
He's like, where's all this coming from?
If my friend, who I'm looking out for, wants to, commit social suicide, I think it's a bit of my responsibility to ask why. And Blane's like, I don't really need your help. Like, thanks. But like, no thanks.
So crazy. Obsessed. But that night, so it must be Thursday night because they go on a date on Friday night. So that night, Andie tutors Ducky. He comes over to her house. She's tutoring him. And she mentions that she thinks that he's failing on purpose, which doesn't really matter. But she mentions that she thinks he's failing on purpose. So he does have to grow up and go off to, I guess, college the next year. And she also mentions that she's going to miss him next year. It's going to be the first time they don't see each other or talk to each other like all the time because they hang out like best friends because they are. But Andie walks out of the room to go like grab something. While she's away, Ducky takes his time to out loud, but to himself, profess his love to her. And he's like, I'm going to tell her.
He's like, I love this woman. I'm in love with this woman. And I have to tell her. I think she already knows, sweetheart.
I think everyone knows. It's so obvious.
I don't think it needs to be proclaimed. Like, it's pretty obvious.
I think she's picking up what you're putting down and it's none of her concern.
It's a dead giveaway.
Yeah. So the next night, or the night of her date, Andie's at the record store. She's all dressed up. She's waiting for her date. Iona's there. She's waiting for her date to come. They're like chilling. Iona puts on, got Try a Little Tenderness. At this point, Ducky comes in at the perfect time, does his choreograph routine, and he's killing it.
Sings the song word for word, bar for bar. Tenderness. He doesn't miss a single lyric. He comes in. Good. They're just talking. They're talking about whatever, the date. And completely off guard, he bursts in, full on choreography, does the whole number throughout the entire record store.
And they're not impressed.
They don't say anything. They just sit and watch him in silence.
They look at him crazy. I know it's a crazy thing to do, but like, this is amazing. What?
I love the way they look at him when he first slides in. They both look so startled. Like, what the fuck? And he do the whole song. And then once he's done, he's like, so, what's up, ladies? And he's, fawning over Andie, of course, asking her, what are we going to do tonight, guys? Let's party. Let's hang out. Let's get crazy. And Andie walks off irritated because at this point in time, Blane should have picked her up by now.
Right.
It's after work. Her Her shift is over. He should be here. And she goes into the bathroom and she's all frustrated. And Iona follows her and she's like, "Look, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but I don't think Prince Charming is coming tonight."
She's funny.
And
she's like, "Rip off the Band-Aid."
Not knowing what's going on, he's like, "Hello, what are you talking about?" I'm like, "Right here." And Iona's like, "We're not talking about you, sweetheart. She got dumped." So then, as they're having this conversation, we get a knock on the door at the front of the record store. And who is it? Mr. Prince Charming. Late, but he did show. Blane is there. He's arrived.
Damn time.
And Andie sees Blane. She's like, "Oh my God, he showed." Ducky sees, "Oh, so you got a date with a rich kid." And he's instantly devastated, emotionally.
Yiced.
He's like, "Andie, hello.
What do you think?
I'm gonna go." And he's like, "You can't go on a date with him. He's a richie. He's a rich kid. He's gonna shit on you. They shit on everybody. And they're gonna shit on you. You're nobody different." And he's like, "I'm not gonna let anybody shit on me." She's like, "Listen, just listen to me. Just listen to me. If I treated him the way that they treat us, if I went out with him just because he had money, that would make me no better than them for not going out with us because we don't have money." And he's like, "Me?" And he's like, "Well, look, honey, don't come crawling to me when he breaks your heart because I'm not going to be there to pick up the pieces. I don't love you anymore." And she's like, "I can't believe you're saying this." And he's like, "Well, I said it." And then he storms out.
So the date is off to a rough start. So Andie heads outside to meet up with Blane or talk to Blane, and she's already uncomfortable. I'm assuming partly because of this fight, and partly because I don't know. It's a very awkward interaction. Them talking is just so awkward. Them walking to the car. He's like, "So what do you want to do tonight?" And she's like, "I don't know." He's like, "Well, are you down for a party?" And she's like, I don't know who's having the party." He's like, "One of my friends." "Your friends?" She's like, "Yeah. What's wrong with that?" "I don't think it's a good idea," she says.
Did you see that? Sorry. Mm-hmm. Did you say the part where they walk out and he's like, "So you want to go home and change?"
Oh, no, I didn't say that.
Oh my God. I was like, we're already off to a horrible start. As soon as they walk out, he asks about, "You want to go home and change?"
So rude.
She's like, "I already did." And he was like, "Oh, sorry." His reaction to insulting her was just made me so uncomfortable. He was like, "Oh, sorry."
The whole thing, the moment they leave the record store, awkward.
Now, if there ever was an argument as to why she shouldn't end up with Blane, is right there at this date. Now, this is your argument for why she shouldn't have ended up with him.
Yeah.
As soon as they walked out the damn store, "You want to go home and change?"
Never asked somebody that.
Is fucking hideous. That was crazy.
If I wanted to go home and change, I would fucking tell you.
I was like, what's wrong with what she's wearing? I was like, this is actually the most normal she looked. Yeah. And you'd had an argument when she had that fucking hat on and them fucking glasses looking like the goddamn librarian. But she just wearing a dress and pearls. Like, I didn't really think it was that crazy.
It was cringe. So yeah, they're heading off to one of his rich people parties. She's not happy about this. They pull up to the house. It's the house that she loves so dearly.
Oh, is it really?
Yeah, it's the house that she was like, "I love this house."
I did not know that.
Which is Steph's house, unfortunately.
Oh, I missed that completely. Yeah, I did not know that was the house she was admiring.
Yeah. That's what I was saying. It was like Lady Bird, where Lady Bird's like, "Oh, I love the blue house," and she finds out that's her boyfriend's grandmother's house. She gets to go inside. But yeah, she goes inside, and I'm sure she preferred to stay outside. She walks in there, and it's just not her scene. It's just like a bunch of drunk people. They're like half naked. They're looking at her. One girl's like, "Don't I know? Aren't you in my arts class?
This
nice
is
pearls,
a party, honey. This ain't a dinner party, honey.
That
Why
was
you got
so
the
rude.
pearls on?
That's so rude. I didn't like that comment. I was like, she can't wear jewelry? Damn.
Yeah. So she's sticking out like a sore thumb. Everyone's looking at her as if she had like, I'm poor, written on her forehead.
What I love about her is, it's like you would try, like you could tell like she's like, ugh, I don't want to be here.
Yeah.
She's not even like trying to fake it or like, she's just like gross. I fucking hate it. Like she's not trying to be positive or anything. She's like fully negative. And I like that. She's like, I do not want to be here. And I appreciate that.
And then
but
so
Blaine's trying to make the most of it.
He's trying to be super apologetic. He's like, oh, I'm sorry. Like, maybe I shouldn't have taken you here. And she's like, maybe. Yeah, maybe. Then he's like, let's go upstairs. And she's like, I did not agree to this date to get you off. He's like, Andie, it's not what I meant. He grabs some pretzels, grabs some sodas, and he's like, come on, like, let's just go upstairs, like, and hang out and chill. And she agrees. She's like, fine. So they go upstairs. They enter a room. The very first room that they enter, it belongs to no other than the host of the party, Steph McKee. He's in the room. He's drunk, in a robe, in his drawers. He sees Blane. He's like, Blane, buddy. Oh, my God. Come on in. Blaine's like, oh, sorry. We'll find another room. He's like, no. Come on in. Come on in. Who do you have there with you? Who's that? Who's that girl you got at the doorstep with you? Who's that?
Know who's your
friend? Who is she? Huh? It's Andie. He knows who the fuck she is. Don't act like you don't know who the fuck she is.
I know internally he's so fucking pissed the fuck
I know
off.
Internally, like he was emotionally devastated.
He was so upset. I know he was upset.
So
he was like, oh, really?
Yeah.
Really?
And you want to sit there and pretend like you don't know who she is?
Oh my God.
And
you're her number one stalker.
It's nice to meet ya.
He's like her number 2 stalker. Ducky's number 1. Then it's Steph, and then it's Blane.
Thank you. So he's like, oh, nice to meet you, Andie. Come on in. So they go in. They have a seat on the sofa that's in the room. Steph hops on the bed. Once he hops on the bed, out walks this bitch Benny from like the bathroom.
You think it can't get worse?
Right. Now we got a 2-for-1 over here with the motherfucking snobs in the halves.
Yeah.
So she comes out of the bathroom. She's like, oh my God, one step further from virginity or some crazy shit like that. And Steph calls her a slut. And I would also like to point out the way he talks to her is like crazy.
The way Steph talks to her. Oh.
Benny. Every time she opens her mouth, he says something like so subtly verbally abusive. I'm like, this is hilarious.
But something about them.
She comes out and she's like, oh, like 2 steps away from my virginity, or like move 2 steps further from my virginity. And he's like, yeah, you're such a slut. And she's like, ah. I'm like,
but I don't know. Something about it to me, they work.
Yeah, but that's the thing. It shouldn't, because
it shouldn't.
Every time she talks, he says something crazy to her. And she's like, oh, Blane. But he's being abusive.
Right.
It's like when a girl's like, oh, that's just like his fun way of communicating with me, but he's like tells you you're like fat and ugly, and she's like, yeah, but that's how he like jokes with
me. She's a bitch too. I don't know.
I mean, yeah, she deserves it, but nonetheless. So he calls her a slut, and Benny gets on the bed with Steph, kisses him, and then looks to her right, sees Andie and Blane, and she's like, am I in a fucking nightmare right now? Is this a fever dream? She's like, aren't you in my gym class? And she continues and says, you and your friend were giving me a lot of shit the other day. Blaine's like, take it easy, Benny. And Benny's like, this is Steph's house. You can't tell me what to do. Blane looks to Steph to intervene, and like Steph's like, well, what the fuck do you want me to do?
Right.
And Benny continues on and on and on. And Steph's like, okay, why don't we go? We'll let you two have the room. Blane instantly turns to Andie, and he's like, I'm so sorry. I shouldn't have taken you here. I completely overestimated my friends. And Andie's like, you think? And he's like, well, like, where do you want to go? Like, let's go anywhere next. Like, I'm so sorry. Like, let's not end the night. Let's go somewhere.
I appreciate his positivity.
I know. He is being very
He's trying. He
is trying. So then they go to, now it's Andie's turn. Okay?
Yeah.
Andie had to endure his friends. Now he's got to endure hers. She takes him to her regular hangout spot, the Cat. Okay. Where Ducky and Iona are both there hanging out themselves. So Ducky's at the bar.
How did he get in it? How did he get in there?
How did he get in there? Iona told the bouncer that he was her son. So he's in there. He's getting drunk. He's telling Iona about how he's obsessed with Andie. He drives by her house every night on his bike. And Iona's like, "Do you ever park?" And he's like, "No, I'm more of a drive-by type of guy."
And he said he's not gonna be doing that anymore. He's done.
But he's done. He's done driving by her house.
He's so creepy.
Enters Blane and Andie. They sit amongst Iona and Ducky. Try to exchange pleasantries. However, Ducky refuses to shake Blane's hand. He won't even look at him.
Rude.
He says, "The name's Philip to you." He can't even call him by his nickname. He calls him an asshole at some point in the exchange. And Andie's like, "Ducky, enough. You're being a dick. Stop talking." And he's like, "You can't talk to me either." And she's like, "Okay, fine. Maybe we should leave." He's like, "Maybe you should. That's the brightest idea you've had all night." Blane's like, "Why don't you calm down? It sounds like you're making Andie uncomfortable." He's like, "Oh my God, I've known this girl all her life. He's known her for 5 seconds and now he thinks he fucking knows her." And then Andie's like, "You know what? We're gonna go." Right. So they make exit to the door.
But as they're leaving, Ducky calls her name, Andie. She turns around and then he bends,
assaults Iona,
and he kisses her. And
he's like, "Okay. You've been replaced."
That was so rude. I didn't like that.
I thought it was really weird.
I thought it was weird for Iona. But she's like, "Oh my God." She's like faint.
She's like, what the hell?
She's like into it. And then
I don't think she was like into it in that moment. She was like, I feel like she was a little bit more like startled. Like, what the fuck was that?
Yeah, I guess. And I didn't like Ducky in this scene.
Yeah.
You've been replaced. Excuse me.
We're supposed to root for these two getting together.
Right.
You don't even know how to handle rejection well.
Girl.
So they leave. Blaine's
Let's wrap this night up. I'm done.
So Blaine's like, "So what do you want to do next?" And she's like, "Hey, let's just call it a night. I don't really want to do anything."
He's like, "Food."
And he's like, "Come on, let's go get food. You want to come to my house?" She's like, "No, I don't want to go to your house." "Do you want to go get food?" "No." "Do you want to go hang out?" "Do you want to go to the bar?" She's like, "I actually just like don't want to do anything." And he's like, "Okay, well, fine. I'll take you home." She's like, "I don't want you to take you home. I don't want you to take me home." And he's like, "Okay, well, what do you want to do? Like, let's go get food." "I don't want to go get food." "Okay, well, let me take you home." And she's like, "I don't want you to take me home." And he's like, "Well, what do you want to do? Like, I'll drop you anywhere. Like, we can go anywhere. Like, let's hang out." She's like, "I don't want to do that." He's like, "You're not making any sense here.
Mind you, it's getting heated.
You don't want to go home, but you don't want to go anywhere." So she's like, can you just listen to me? I don't want you to take me home." He's like, "Andie, you don't want me to take you home. You don't want to go anywhere. So what do you want me to do?" "I don't want you to see where I live, okay?" And he's like, "Okay.
Whatever."
So they get in the car. Silence. He does end up, in fact, taking her home.
Yeah, because I'm not leaving you on the side of the road. So
they pull up at her crib, and she's like, "Sorry, I freaked out back there." And she's like, "I know you probably had an awful time." He's like, "No, I didn't have an awful time." He's like, "I could be in a prison in Turkey and still have an amazing time with you,"
which is crazy because that was awful.
This is crazy.
That was the worst date ever.
Yeah, the worst date in all of American history.
Yes,
the worst date ever.
It's crazy. And he was so positive.
He was so positive. He's like, "I could be in a Turkish prison and still have fun with you." And he's like, "I mean, this probably will make it worse." There was no fun that was had. Right. Zero fun that was had. Zero fun.
She didn't smile one time.
There was no enjoyment.
She just cried the whole time. She cried. The only thing she did was cry.
It was terrible.
Terrible.
So he's like, "I know this will probably even like make matters worse, but like, what do you think of like going to prom together? I know it's probably like lame or whatever, and you know you probably don't want to go, but I thought I'd just like ask." As soon as he says that, what does she do? She plants one on him. Instantly.
Hell yeah.
She kisses him.
Their
so
kiss,
passionately, fabulous. I might say. It was fabulous. I had to put it in my notes. It inspired me to make a list of best on-screen kisses I've ever seen. And that is at the top of the list.
No, it was like great.
I was like, this is the best kiss I've ever seen.
Yeah.
After the worst date in all of America, out of all of the dates in all of history, this is the worst one. But they seal it off with the best kiss I've ever seen.
And it's nice.
Fantastic.
It's nice to think about how maybe she was really kissing him and then he was acting, you know? Because she said she liked him and he didn't like her back.
Well, neither of them was acting for that kiss because oh my god, I was like, oh my goodness,
right, felt great.
So they're going to prom together.
Hell yeah,
mazel. So she steps inside the home. She inside the house. She sees her deadbeat daddy. Well, not her deadbeat daddy, but her jobless daddy.
There we go.
And she's like, "It happened. I'm going to prom." And what would be a conversation that she really would typically or should be having with her mother, she's now having with her father. She tells him that she went on the date with a guy. The date went kind of bad, but they kissed, and now they're going to prom. And he's like, "Well, do you like him?" And she's like, "Yeah, I really do.
I like him."
She even says that she thinks she might love him, which is crazy.
It's crazy.
This is date 1. She said, "I think I might love him." That's insanity.
I'll do you one better. I thought it was crazy that he asked her to prom after one date. I thought that was crazy. I was like, prom?
That was also insane. After the worst date imaginable. Hey, do you want to go prom? We're going to try this again.
All right. Prom.
We're going to put ourselves through this torture.
Okay.
Again?
So the next morning, I'd like to point out that we see Ducky biking past Andie's house. Even though the night before he said he wouldn't do it anymore, and he stalks her for the rest of the day. So Andie goes to Iona's house, and Ducky is right on her trail. Did you notice when Ducky's doing like his little bike? He's doing a little bike trick that's so obviously not him.
Yes,
it was so. I was like, did y'all even try? That's not even remotely him.
I was like that. I was like, why even do it? Like, why are we even doing it? Don't even add it.
Don't even add it. Y'all should, if anything, y'all should have done it from the back of his head because why am I saying his full face? And I know that's not Ducky.
Right. Like,
it was so bad. It was so bad.
Don't even add the scene.
Right. It would have been easier to teach him how to bike. You know. So Andie goes to Iona's place. Ducky follows her there, which is so weird. But she talks about her kiss last night with Blane, and then they talk about prom some more, how he asked her to prom, and then Iona pulls out her prom dress and she puts it on, and she tells Andie, like, if you need a prom dress, you can have this one. It's a pink polka dotted, like,
it looks like it's from the 50s. I was like,
like a 50s.
Like, why does it look like she's from, like, the dress is from the 50s?
Yeah.
And I know that lady ain't that old. She probably went to high school in the 70s.
Yeah, she's not that old.
Anywho, so Iona puts on the dress. She's walking down memory lane, reminiscing herself about her high school days, and offers the dress to Andie if she ever wants it or needs it. Then also tells Andie that she has a date tonight with a guy. His name is Terrence, and he owns a pet shop.
Go ahead, Terrence.
She also tells Andie before she leaves, the next time you see the duck man, the duckster,
Ducky, easy on him.
Go easy on him. And then
no, I'm good because he's a dick. While they're having a conversation, Blane is at Steph's house and they're debriefing, and they get on the topic of Andie. And Steph starts basically shitting on their relationship and says, like, hey, if you want to sleep with her, that's fine. But you got to keep it hush hush.
Don't bring your trash to my house.
It was crazy. And Blane is like,
do you hear the shit that's coming out of your mouth right now?
Blane's like, do you hear yourself? About?
And he's like, do you see yourself? He's like, look, if you want to sleep with her, sleep with her. But, like, no one appreciates you bringing this bottom feeder around.
Bottom feeder is crazy.
It's really low class of you. And Blaine's like, is this really about money? He's like, look around, okay? If I destroyed my parents' house the way it did, I don't care about money. Look how I treat my parents' house. Money's no object here.
It was
just
crazy.
Look, nobody. She's a nothing. And you would think Blane...
He's dumbfounded.
Yeah, I don't really.
He's been put in his place.
Doesn't know what to say. Steph is basically like, if you keep this up, you can find a new friend.
Which is crazy.
Blaine's like, it's gonna be like that, and he's like, yeah, I'm old fashioned. Like I wouldn't even have dated the girl. So yeah,
old fashioned's wild. And I love when he leaves the room and he's like, and take a shower. You look like shit.
I was like, damn.
I was like, but like stuff like that. I'm like, were y'all ever friends?
Right.
Because that's not like a 180. Like, I feel like he's always like this.
Yeah, take a shower.
What do y'all normally talk about? What were y'all talking about before y'all were talking about
that's
this?
That's how he talked to Benny.
That's why he does everybody. Oh my God, he is going to kill someone eventually. He's going to run for mayor, and he's going to win.
For mayor, he's not mayor material.
No, I feel like those type of people be mayor. Apparently the people who don't care about people.
I don't know,
but they rich friends.
I don't know what he would do actually.
Attack someone. He's gonna turn abusive. That's all I know. At one point, he's already verbally abusive.
I don't know what he doesn't even give me like a murder a woman type. Like he just gives me. I don't know what he gives me. I'm gonna have to think more on that one.
He's scary. I don't know. I feel like if one more person tells him no, he's gone. It's not gonna be good.
He's gonna lose it.
Yeah, he's like, I can only take one person telling me no, and the next person, that's their ass.
Well, that's fair. So that's how that conversation goes.
Yeah.
That night, okay, Blane and Andie have gotten together. Blane takes her to the local country club to look at some horse stables that's at the club.
That's a look at. Well, they have a picking outside the stables.
Oh,
well, he's not like
there was no food.
Well, but he's not like, here's a stable.
I mean, they're looking at the horses. Yeah. Like, oh, look at this horse. This is Lightning. This is Biscuit. This is Thunder.
Maybe they did that.
This is Rainbow.
This is Lightning.
Prince. This is world champion.
This is Kalawanda.
I don't know about Kalawanda.
It's Hawaiian, so it's crazy.
Alrighty. So they are at these like stables or whatever. So once they're done like looking at the horses, they're sitting down on like some hay. They're talking, and Andie basically says something to the effect of like, could you believe like someone who you've never met, who you've never said one word to, like being your enemy? And was like, yeah, I guess so. Sure. She's like, and then he's like, you've never met my parents.
Yeah,
like,
don't meet them.
This whole conversation to me was stupid.
No, they just discussed their social dynamic, and I feel like this
says something to the effect of like, I don't think it should matter. Like things like that don't matter. And she says something to the effect of like, I wouldn't believe in someone who doesn't believe in me. What did that have to do with anything that they were talking about? I don't know.
I don't know what that meant. Yeah, they say that later.
And then he's like,
I don't know what the fuck that means.
Thank you.
I don't know what the fuck that meant.
And then she's like, and then Blaine's like, you wouldn't lie, would you? She's like, no, I don't have to. I'm like, what the fuck are you
I didn't know. Yeah, I didn't know what that. Maybe they were ad-libbing shit.
Conversation.
It was
so
weird.
Stupid to me. And that's why we're talking about weird. The movie. The plot's good, but the dialogue is awful because
that scene was terrible.
She's like, I wouldn't believe in anybody who wouldn't believe in me. I was like, okay.
Because like, how did y'all should have stayed on the whole rich, poor, like,
right? Y'all should have stayed on that topic. Like, we should have stayed there. And then Blaine's like, you know what? Like, I really want this to work. This has to work. Like,
it would have been different. Really... Like, her character was like joining a competition. Like, believe in you for what?
Right.
What am I believing in? Yeah, no, it was random. It was random.
So he's like, I really want this to work. Like, this really has to work. And they like kiss or something. Yeah. And that's how their night concludes.
And that is about the last time those two hang out, because the next time Andie, she's calling him. He's not answering. She's calling him. She's talking to the mom. The mom is like, who is this again? Andie. Dandy? No, Andie.
Her name's Andie.
Okay, yeah, I'll give him a message. We see a clip of him like sitting by the phone, ignoring the call because he knows it's Andie, and it's fucked up.
And now here's another thing that doesn't make any sense. Y'all just had a date, right? And you were just like, this has to work. I want this to work so bad. I'm so into you, blah, 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 blah. The next day, you're not answering her phone calls. What they should have done, because this didn't make any sense, they should have, the writers, John, I'm talking to you, Johnny. Up there, what you should have done was had them go on the little stable date first, him do all that bullshit talking about something, this has to work, I want this to work, I really, really like you. Then the next day is when he talks to Steph, and Steph tells him, if you want to sleep with her, but don't bring this trash around here. And that's the that should have been the last conversation that got in his head to cause him to ignore her. Yeah. Not the date of him being like, I love you, this has to work, blah, 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 blah. Why did y'all do that backwards? That did not not make any sense.
Yeah. Or their stable conversation should have ended with him being like, you can't be you don't want to be my parents then because.
Right. Or the conversation should have gone bad.
Yeah.
But he's like, I love you. It has to work. I want this to work so bad.
Because he hasn't even expressed his doubt to her.
Right.
About anything. Yeah. And he was so gun-ho about bringing her around, all his friends. It was weird. Yeah, it was weird.
It was weird.
It was a 180 out of nowhere.
Out of nowhere. So he's not answering the phone. He's not picking up.
Rude.
So the next day, she gonna pull up on his ass at school. She know when he got third period English. Okay? She knows. So she's waiting outside for him in the hallway. He exits the classroom. He sees her. Moment of truth.
He's like, hey, girl.
Can't avoid it now. He's like, hey, Andie, how are you doing?
Why you look so angry?
She's like, you didn't return any of my calls. And she's like, Blane's like, oh, I didn't know you called. She's like, I called you 3 times. I left messages. And he's like, oh, my parents are so irresponsible with that stuff.
I got grounded.
She's like, I waited for you this morning outside of school. And he's like, oh, you did? She's like, yeah, I saw you. I thought you saw me.
I forgot to put my contacts
thought we could have walked in together. He's like, oh, I have so much going on. Like, I didn't even notice you. Sorry, I was trying to hurry.
My eyes got bad. I overslept. I can't really see this morning. So,
what about prom? She said
prom.
And he's like, oh, Andie, it's been such a long day. Can we talk about this later? No, let's talk about it right now. What about prom? What? And he's like,
never heard it. Never seen it. Don't know what you're talking
about prom. Just
prom.
Say it. Just say it. Just say it. Andie, what do you want me to say? Just say it.
What? Just say it. I want to hear you say it.
Andie, please. All right?
I want to hear you say it.
A month ago, I asked somebody else and I forgot.
You're a liar! You're a filthy fucking no-go liar! You didn't have the guts to tell me the truth! Just say it!
I'm not lying.
Tell me!
What?
Tell me!
What do you want to hear?
Just tell me!
What?
You're ashamed to be seen with me.
I am
You're
not.
ashamed to go out with me. You're afraid. You're terrified that your goddamn rich friends want to prove. Just say it. Just tell me the truth.
You don't understand that it has nothing at all to do with you. Andie!
Runs off.
And he's left crying. I think, how long do you think the relationship is? 2 weeks max?
How long their relationship lasts?
Yeah. No, yeah. How long they've been dating. Their first date till now.
Oh.
I think it's been like 2 weeks.
Going on. Yeah, I would give it like 2 weeks. Maybe.
And that's,
7 days.
I'm being generous. Yeah, I'm being generous. I'm thinking
Honestly,
1 week.
Probably a week. For them to be in love, he's not answering the phone. Now he's crying in the hallway. I was like, this is a lot.
Boo-hooing. Like, tear. He just... I just love how she don't give a fuck. Like,
she's like, just fucking say it. She's like, you're a liar. You're a liar and a fucking coward. That's what you better.
I wish pussy was popular back then because I'd be like, you're a fucking pussy.
I was like, where are you going with
bitch?
This?
You're a pussy ass bitch. But I don't think they say pussy like that. They would say it nowadays.
So at first, no one was in the hallway, but because she was hooping and hollering, it has caused a spectacle, and people have bared witness to this confrontation that they had.
Thank God,
including Ducky and including Steph.
Her, number 1, number 2 stalker. Where she goes, they go.
Of course, they're never far.
That is so crazy, though.
If Andie's in the room, rest assured, those two are near. So Andie runs off after, she rips Blane a new one. Blane, however, goes down the staircase and runs into Steph. Steph, putting salt on the wound, is like, man, I tried to tell you, I don't know why you even wasted your time. She's nothing. She's nada. Blaine's like, fuck you.
Right.
And basically runs off.
He doesn't say anything.
He doesn't say anything?
He doesn't say anything, which pisses me off.
Oh.
Blane, he doesn't say anything. It makes me so mad. He doesn't say anything. He's like, whatever, man. Ducky, on the other hand, is standing in the hallway. Steph goes up the stairs to the hallway where the altercation happened. Ducky and Steph lock eyes. Steph is like, you got a problem, friend? Ducky doesn't say anything. And Steph's like, yeah, that's what I thought. Steph turns his back, continues to walk down the hallway. Ducky's enraged.
He runs after Steph and attacks him. Throws his body onto him and punches him in the face. But look, Steph gets his lick in too. Okay.
Jade, this has to be the worst fake fight I've ever seen. It was so bad.
I didn't think it was that bad, but
it was just them doing...
It was painfully silent.
Silent.
I hated how silent it was. I was like, oh my God, there's no noise whatsoever.
But I just could tell they weren't punching each other. I was like, okay, you guys are fake punching. And
I didn't think it was that bad. I thought it was terrible. Physicality of it was bad.
I didn't like it.
They were like rumbling and crawling and rumbling.
To me, it was like a very girly fight. That's how I expect girls to fight in movies.
They were like wrestling on the ground. Like Ducky gets a punch in, Steph gets a punch in. But then towards the end, Ducky started beating Steph. Yeah. Because my money was on Steph because Steph kind of got the lick in first.
Right. And I feel like a lot of the movies, they always let the bully win sometimes for whatever reason.
Right. But Ducky kind of got in on
ass.
I think I would even deem Ducky's the winner of the fight.
Yeah, a couple swings.
Two teachers come out, they break it up. Ducky makes a run for it.
The teachers are like, what is going on today?
Yeah, they don't do anything.
Right. They're like, we
got one more month left until the summer.
Right. Like you guys do the darnest things.
Right.
But yes, everyone has been affected by this relationship breaking up in every single way. So Andie, after this rough day, she goes to see Iona at her apartment. Andie meets Iona's new boyfriend, and they talk about the whole Blane situation, and Iona is very sad and it's like, it's okay, girl. But at this point, Andie asks Iona for her old prom dress. Also, her dad bought her a dress, and the dad's like, bought her a dress from like a used dress. And he's like, I know you, because she's a designer and she like can sew. And Andie plans on taking Iona's dress and the dress that her dad gave her and then creating the perfect pink prom dress. Also, her dad finally admitted that he never got a job and that he's still very depressed about the whole mom leaving them situation.
Yeah.
Yes. So yes, after this whole big fight and everything between her mom, her and her father, and Blane and Andie and all this stuff, she's sewn herself a prom dress. She still plans on going to prom despite not having a prom date, and she still plans on showing up and showing out. So we get like a montage of her fixing this dress, and it's prom night. We see her walk into the prom. She's got a dress that Jade says she does not like. Prom
tonight.
Prom tonight. I think it looks like a dress that someone sewed themselves.
It looks like it does. It looks like a curtain. The dress literally looked like a curtain.
I like the idea.
It had no shape. It was just straight down.
Yeah, I think if she tailored it a little bit like around the waist, it would have been a lot better.
Right. I was like, does she not have hips? Does she not have breasts? Where is the shape of the dress? Yeah. It went straight down, and it looked like a curtain. It looked like straight out of curtain material.
Yes. But she's like the prom lobby, and you can tell like she's getting nervous about going in by herself. And luckily, she looks up at the staircase and she sees Ducky dressed to the nine. I think we're supposed to be like, oh, he cleaned up nicely. I thought he looked the same.
I mean, yeah, he looked the same, but I did think he looked cute. I think Ducky's very cute.
Oh, he's handsome. It's a handsome.
I think he's very cute. I love his hair.
That actor is handsome. Yeah.
Yeah. I think he looked cute. He had them glasses.
Yeah. I thought he looked cute the whole movie. Yeah. He's just goofy. And you just forget about him.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, she looks at him like, oh my God, you cleaned up nice. But they reconcile, they hug, and they're friends again. And then they go into prom together. When they walk into prom, you would have thought like this was, I don't know,
they was black people going into the KKK.
Yeah, like it
you
was
don't
just
belong
like,
here.
So for whatever reason, Blane went to prom. I'm surprised he even went. But he's at prom. He's sitting there by himself. Steph is with his girlfriend. They're drunk and kikiing.
At a different table with the popular kids.
Yeah. But Steph looks up to see Ducky and Andie walking in. And he's like, what a show. He's like disgusted. So at this point, also, Blane sees him walk in. And he's like, okay, this is a perfect opportunity for me to go talk to her. Before he can go talk to her, here comes Steph. And Steph is like talking shit about them, how crazy they look together. And he's like, what a couple. And it finally clicks to Steph. You're obsessed with her. Oh, it finally clicks to Blane. And he tells Steph, like, you're obsessed with her. You're just mad because she never gave you the time of day. You can get anything with your money and blah, 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 blah. And that's why you're so crazy. You're the problem.
Everything. You buy everything you ever wanted, and you couldn't buy her. She thinks you're shit.
And you are.
And deep down, you know she's right. That's what it is, Steph. That's what it is. And he's like, I don't want to hear this. And he's like, no, that's exactly what it is.
And then Blane walks away. It's in that scene where I'm just like, he looks Blane. I was like, is Blane? I was like, what's he cute?
He got that wig on, and it just looks
awful. I rethought. I'm so glad you told me that, because I rethought. I was like, I thought he was kind of handsome, and I'm looking at it again. I was like, this man is ugly. He's not cute at all.
I don't understand,
but it's the
why, if this is the final scene of the movie, the triumph of the will,
not the triumph of the will.
Where's that from? The Office. And you decide to put that disgusting 50-cent Dollar Tree wig on his scalp. I don't understand it. It doesn't make any sense. I honestly would have waited. I'd have been like, we need to just wait until his hair grows back.
I ain't got time.
I don't care. I don't care if this movie now has to come out in 1989. His hair needs to grow back because that wig is atrocious. So
Blane in his terrible wig go talk to Andie and Ducky. The first thing he does is he apologizes. He like shakes Ducky's hand and he's like, can we be cool again? And then he apologizes to Andie and he tells her that he always believed in her. Whatever the fuck that means.
No.
Okay.
He goes up and he's like, I'm happy that you moved on. If you have.
Oh my God.
And she's like, I have, I'm done. And he's like, well, good. And she's like, I'm not done.
It was so weird.
Another instance where I'm like, the dialogue is garbage.
It was weird.
Like, I'm not done. And he's like, I always believed in you, but you never believed in me. Where is there evidence of that?
Believed in what?
One, believed in what? But then two, you're the one who stood her up. So why are we doing this belief? Like, what are we talking about?
They had to ad-lib some shit. There's no way. There was
and then whatever we are talking about, you almost like low-key putting the blame on her that y'all didn't work out when you was the one ghosting her. Talk about something, I believed in you, but you didn't believe in me. What? And
the coming up to her and saying like, I hope you moved on. It's so weird. It's so passive aggressive. Right. Like, what's that about?
He's like, but then after that, walks up to her, kisses her on the cheek, and is like, I love you. Always. I was like, what mind fuck of a conversation was this?
So weird. I love you always. Any sense. It's been a week. Believed in what?
Right. What are we doing here?
You in this wig, get the fuck out my face.
Oh my God.
I cannot. It was awkward. It was terrible. It didn't make any sense. Their dialogue is crap.
Ducky turns to Andie and is like, look, he came here by himself. I think you might have been right. He's not like the others.
But he is, though.
And you should go to him.
So had she not come, was he going to call her? What would have happened? I don't know.
Right. And that's where, this is also where you can make the argument that she should have ended up with Ducky. Like, they didn't paint Blane as, like, the perfect, like love interest. Like, he was flawed. Because coming up here, ghosting her, then saying, I believed in you. What are you talking about? Gaslighting. And then, just like he gaslit her in the hallway. So I'm just like, what are we doing here?
He was supposed to buy her a guitar at the end. You know what I'm saying? He was supposed to sing a song. He was supposed to scream in the hallway. Like, what are you doing? He did nothing. Right. He was like, exactly. Oh, I see that you're here.
Right.
Do you still want to try this? No? Passive aggressively?
Knocked on her door with a corsage or something. Picked her up for the dance.
Bought her a horse. Bought her a fucking horse.
Gave her one of the horses in the goddamn country.
Got on the microphone and professed his love to her.
Love, yeah.
I don't care what any of you rich motherfuckers say. I love Andie broke ass.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck what you think. I don't care if she lives on the wrong side of the tracks. I love that hoe.
So, but for whatever reason, for Andie, this was enough. And
then she has to chase after him.
Horrible. You can tell this was written in 5 days.
Huh?
It was written in 5 minutes.
Oh, I forgot about that part.
shit.
I don't like that. I don't like when women chase after men at the end of the movie.
Yeah. So then Ducky's like, go to him. So she goes to him outside in the parking lot. It's cloudy.
Okay, I will
Blane,
say,
and they kiss.
that scene gorgeous.
Because it was.
I thought it was gorgeous. I thought it was
the
beautiful.
kiss wasn't as good as the
kiss.
Prom
This meant like
kiss though.
The fog and the color.
Yeah,
I was like, this is pretty.
I didn't like the kiss though. It wasn't as good as the.
I didn't pay attention to the kiss. I just saw like the parking lot, and the fog, and the color. I was like, that's cute, I like that. And then Ducky gets hit on by some girl, and I guess he's gonna
chick.
Yeah, which I really did not like. Don't know why. Did not like it.
What else could we have done for him?
I'd prefer Ducky to get no one.
He needed a happy ending.
I guess,
especially if he originally was supposed to end up with Andie.
Yeah, I just didn't like the way his story ended. It would have been nicer if he like sat down, some girls that are talking to him, and he was like, I don't know, just like her looking at him wasn't enough for me.
The story was done was correct.
Yeah, and then we never see their best friend again.
Oh, Iona or Jenna?
Jenna.
We never see her again.
Jenna
the last time we saw her was in PE class.
Jenna was supposed to be the Steph, but for Andie.
Yeah.
And it didn't happen.
It really didn't. Yeah, I was just like, why? When we at the bar, we at the cats. And Andie comes in with Blane. Why is Jenna not?
It would have been perfect if Jenna was there. It would have been times 10 better, and it would have been nice at the end if Jenna was like, you know what, he seems like a nice guy. You should date him. Fuck it.
Exactly. Yes.
Nothing happens.
Yes. This writing was flawed. Can't even imagine John wrote this. This is crazy. I was like, what was going on?
He was losing it. And maybe he knew he was losing his muse. Like this, he was like, this is the last one, and I don't have the heart anymore. It's not right.
He was losing his juice.
Yeah.
Because
losing his juice,
I honestly really don't care who she ended up with, because you fucked it up on both ends. You fucked up Ducky and you fucked up Blane.
Yeah, Blane is, especially at that point. I was like,
especially
is this the guy that's been in this whole movie? I was like, what is this? I'm so glad you told me that was me, because I was looking at it. I was like, that looks like a toupee for a dead person. I was like, that looks like a wig for a dead person. Like,
it looks awful.
It looked really bad. And it was skinny. That's what it was. He was so skinny. I was like, something is off.
His weight looked the same to me. I didn't see a weight difference.
I think to me, I couldn't tell what was off. But it wasn't just the wig. And I was like, something is off. But it had to be that. It was. I think it was a weight too.
Well, but I guess all in all, she gets her happy ending. I guess they're not gonna last.
Yeah, not my favorite Molly Ringwald movie.
Yeah, and the whole time, because it's taking us this long to do it, and I was like, why is it taking us so long to do Pretty in Pink? And then I watched it. I was like, oh yeah, this is why.
I thought we were saving it because this is our last one.
No, I wasn't like eager to do it, but I forgot why. I forgot this was my least favorite.
Yeah, definitely Breakfast Club number 1, 2, 16 Candles.
Nah, 16 Candles is my favorite.
16 Candles are number 1.
16 Candles is the
16 Candles is good.
Print. That's how you need to do it every time.
Mm-hmm.
You need
is pretty good.
A teenage coming of age romantic comedy. You need to look at 16 Candles.
Mm-hmm.
Chef's Kiss. Nope. And the dialogue makes fucking sense.
Yeah.
When they're having conversations, I can deduce what they're talking about. They don't talk about random psychobabble nonsense like they did in this movie.
And I feel like it was good, like the guy that liked her in 16 Candles, they didn't talk much throughout the movie.
And
I feel like I would have figured out they didn't belong to each other.
I do feel like there's parallelism with 16 Candles and Pretty in Pink, because but she doesn't have to do anything, and these guys just are in love with her.
Yeah.
Which I like. So I do like that. But
I will say,
Candles all the way.
I don't remember noticing in other movies, but her hair was fantastic in this movie. I really liked her hair.
It was really short in 16 Candles. It was really short.
Oh yeah, it was. Is that what it was? I didn't like it in 16 Candles. Yeah, I really like her hair in this movie, and I don't remember Breakfast Club, but I really like her hair in this movie.
Yeah,
I think it's gorgeous,
mm-hmm.
and her lips are amazing. She's got like that natural lip color. I don't think she's wearing lipstick, but her natural lip color is gorgeous. But shout out to Molly.
Yeah,
she's cute. She's a babe. A total babe.
She was on the cover of Time magazines. Don't y'all ever forget it. Okay, well,
right.
don't forget to like, rate, review, subscribe, listen,
tell your friends,
download, tell your mama, tell your brother, tell your sisters
them
and
all.
friends that you
To
would
urge the child and that to do it again. Jordan and Jay had to review it again. Yeah. Well, hopefully by the time we meet next time, or by the time this release, we'll have more about the show that you're supposed to be on, and I don't have to edit this out, so we shall see.
Let's hope you don't. Fingers crossed.
Yeah.
Okay.
Awesome.
Well, it's been real. It's been fun.
Dios,
It's been real fun. Bye.
Nice. Bye.